Hi everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. We will look at main pairs and important levels and possible entry points. And before I will start doing it, I want to make a little announcement, and I think some of you might not be very happy about it, but as you know, I was posting every day my screenshots, my trading ideas, possible entry points, and for 8 pairs. And I created some groups, and also I was posting on my blog, and so you could have a look and see how I analyze a market every single day. And pretty much if you would check this is my blog, as you know, janefx.com, so you can go and have a look. I was also posting for a few weeks, and I was posting first of all in my groups, and then I was doing it on my blog. And so if you would just have a look and through each and every single of the chart, you would find out that how accurate my analysis are. You know, some of you who follow me, you know exactly how good it is. I would say, okay, I wouldn't take it like 100% accuracy, but I would say like 99% accuracy. If you would follow all this week's my analysis and apply it, you could have made hundreds of profitable pips. Okay, I would say it in pips because like I'm saying, I'm offering different ways of trading and getting from 10 pips increasing to whatever, right? So it could be hundreds of pips in one trade. So that's why, to be honest, guys, now it's like doing it every single day is extremely tiring. So I feel like it is a job pretty much. And so I decided now to go and switch it into a membership. Okay. And it's all going to be through Patreon. So if you are really, let's say, serious about Forex trading, because I feel like I'm making my screenshots and some people are following it, and a lot of people, I don't know, follow or not follow, and it feels like there is no value when you're given something for free. So that's why I just wanted to, now if it's feels more like a proper, like I'm saying, like a proper something job that I have responsibility doing it every single day. So I'm doing it Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. And so it's like for an hour or something, I'm sitting and analyzing it for all the pairs, which some of them I don't even trade. I don't place every single trade on every single pair, but I do analyze every pair. So and so you can follow, you can decide which one you want to trade. And saying it's tiring, it takes a lot of time, and I was just thinking I'm either going to give it up doing it, or I'm going to make a membership, so it will be a proper thing now. Okay, so this is Patreon site where you can actually join. It's very easy and simple to join. I made it, I have a page for a while, and that was just a $1 tier before, just like a support. I still have it. It's for some of you who just want to say thank you, and you still can just give whatever tip you want. But a proper one, a membership one, I'm making, it's called standard. It's only $37 a month. It's very, very little, because you know that who provides some technical analysis like that, it's pretty much like signals. You still will get signals from another trader. It will be just through a different Telegram group. If you will decide to join, of course, you would need to contact me, and I will add you. I will post my technical analysis into here in Patreon. Maybe I will also post my links into the that new group we're going to create for the members only. So that's it's very symbolic number. It's very small to consider what, you know, people charge for something like this, at least $50 a month and more, and hundreds of dollars for all of this. And I'm just telling you, like, the minimum who provides like maybe only one pair. I'm giving you 8 pairs of technical analysis, and you saw the accuracy. So that's why I want to add a little bit value of what I'm doing here. Okay, so it's not for something for nothing, it's for serious people who really interested and want to follow Forex analysis and ideas from me. And yeah, so like I'm saying, it's only a small amount which you can make in like a few trades. Okay, if you, like I'm saying, if you follow me in few trades. So that's okay, so that's what you can do. You just well, you can sign up. You need to become like a patron, so just giving you a little bit of example what you're doing, and that's what you choose. Okay, so you select the one which says 37, and this is what you need to sign up and put your details. There is also sign up Facebook, or just a little bit page like that. And so then you're going to end up on into your area, and here you can pay. So I'm just going to show you once again. So when you will be joining his Patreon, after that you have options, and you can pay either by card or PayPal. So you see, it's quite easy, straightforward. A lot of people, a lot of creators using Patreon, you know, for some extras, and so you can read all the terms of use, how it's all done, and it's up to you. Like I'm saying, there is no pressure. Wherever you want to do it, you don't want to do it, I will still try to post weekly videos for free on YouTube, as I usually do, but daily shorts, my screenshots, and technical analysis, the ones I'm doing every day, you've seen them now, so I'm not going to post them on my blog anymore, and through my groups, it's only I will be posting weekly technical analysis as usual. So that's what I'm saying. If you would like to, please read all the instructions, all the terms, and you're welcome to join, guys, and continue follow my ideas. Okay, so that's a little bit of small announcement, and that's it pretty much. Let's go and look at weekly technical analysis for the coming week, starting with euro dollar as usual. So, and here we have, this is the main picture on 4-hour chart. So we were here previous week, as you remember, and the movement wasn't very big. We didn't go too far this week, and now I'm waiting. So like I'm saying, I'm not going to tell you about the trades this week for all the pairs. You can see it on my blog in the screenshots. Okay, at the end of the video I will also place the screenshots. Once again, you will see that I was giving you the ideas where to enter, and all the pairs were profitable. If you would just follow it, was a really great, another winning trading week. So right now I'm showing you in 4 hours once again, so you'll see a little bit bigger picture. And I have all the same levels once again, and first I will be waiting for a possible consolidation around this area, so for that to come back into here and then give me some channel or whatever, anything, right? And then I will be placing my orders as usual. If not here, I will just wait where it's going to stop at this point, because as you can see, we're still moving, and there is nothing except, of course, I would probably like expect a small correction or like consolidation and continue the way down. But right now there is nothing, just needs a little bit more waiting time. Okay, so now we're going to look at pound dollar, and also I have a bigger picture here. You see, also if you would follow all the screenshots I was giving you, it's all whole week I was giving you, it was sell, sell, and sell, and extremely perfect movement and great trading week. So we went into the orange area once again, right? And of course, after such a huge movement, I would have expected possibly anytime a correction, right? As technically, but obviously with the Brexit news, we are still continuing with the way down, and if there will be some, of course, you don't forget about the news. Remember, economical news and political events. We still have Brexit in the air, the news from the parliament, what is going on. It's all giving us all of these movements. But technically, we do have a little bit of needed for correction. correct? So we're looking at the bigger picture. So I want to show you once again, right, the area in the previous area, like here you see it's actually fall quite a lot, but we had an event at that time when that was happening. So right now, that's what I'm saying to you, we're in here in that orange area. So like I'm saying, it might be a little bit more movement down and the correction like it was previously, right? We had a drop and a bit of correction, we had a drop and a correction. So that's why I'm saying technically I would have looking for some correction, but with the all economical, it could be anything. So like right here, first of all, I would see if it will possibly continue away a little bit here, and then we'll start a consolidation a little bit around here, or maybe it will be giving some possible pattern, right? So it could be, it might have to show us a little bit of a turning around, right? A possible changing direction pattern in here. So that's pretty much it at this point. There is nothing else. I have all these levels around here. We're just also now waiting a little bit for see where it's going to slow down. So Australian, for example, this week I didn't see a possible entry point, so I didn't go for anything, and except as you can see, it's continued the way down. And now I will look on a bigger picture, and once again it also needs to be slowed down and stop somewhere, as I have a level here. I'm just showing you on a bigger screen, on a bigger time frame, so you see, because like I'm saying, the different brokerages, you will have a little bit different bottoms and tops, and that's why I'm just showing you where the level come from. I'm using the previous bottoms here and here, right? So that's why I have the level here. And on the bigger picture, remember, we've been here, and I was telling you a long time ago that I see here possibility of could have been a double bottom. So we are getting into that a possible double bottom area now, right? So that's why I'm saying in here, of course, after such a huge movement, possible a little bit more, then we would be expecting a correction once again, right? Turning around, changing the trend or something. And here we are getting down to that level. And so we broke all the triangles we had here, all the levels, and getting closer. So that's why I would see, I have, it's a very big picture, of course, but like I'm saying right now, you just need to see where it's going to stop, right? So we do have a bit of, like you see, between the levels also quite a bit of the distance, which is about only, like you see, 40 and roughly 40. So that's why if there is something to look between them, I need to look for something very narrow. That's why I would rather to see for this continue, like I just said, a possible continuation down here, or a possible reverse and small correction to go back into this area. So around here I would see is a very, very small something, or maybe starting to create again some other possible pattern. But this moment I just see absolutely nothing, just a bit of the waiting time. Now we're going to dollar yen. Also with dollar yen, I was expecting the same, a possible correction turning around. So it's pretty much started to have a correction, except of course on Monday it's had a bit of a drop first, and slowly started to have started to climb up. Remember, I was telling you that we have a gap, and obviously at some time it should close it. And the entry points I didn't see as much again for dollar yen this week. Now I see a bit better opportunity is it jumped up this level, and we did have a bit of consolidation here before, so I would just wait now here for the beginning, a consolidation around this area. So if it will have a nice consolidation, we have a good, obviously, distance and a way up for a possible correction and trying to close the gap. At the same time, of course, it could possibly still go down and drop. I have this level support, not a huge movement, slightly about what 30 something pips, but still a possibility to go back into this area. And who knows, might would want to go down and have a bit of narrowing before it will decide if it would want to actually go with the correction up, or maybe it will decide to break that level and go and continue with the a bit of the previous downtrend. Except, like I'm saying, with all of our the technically, and if you would like use the also FIBA levels, you see we had a 61 level here, so that's why technically it's pretty much decided not to reverse on the level 50 like I did previously, so you see a little bit low, so that's why technically it could possibly have of this correction and finally get to the level and cover this gap. And then of course depends if we are in a downtrend channel, continue the way down, or we will try to break and go up, but it's a little bit going ahead, right? We will have some news, like I'm saying, we will have news for American dollar and we will have news for yen. That's why I would expect a possible good movements for this pair this week, and but this moment we'll start with this area first, right? So we already started to have a bit of consolidation in this area first. We're looking at that. Okay, now going to dollar Canadian, which is also, I didn't see a good possible entry points, except it was a little bit one. Just trying to show you one main picture. We are in a huge consolidation pretty much, and like I'm saying, it's very messy because it has a lot of wings, and so we are still in it, not didn't have any movements, and so I just want to point out that it's all the same levels as we had. I'm leaving them, and on the smaller chart, if we would have a look for possible entry points, as you can see, I was expecting a possible either areas around this level, had a little bit around here. You see, that's the only possible trade, which was very small, and compared to all the other pairs, it could have been depends, right, winning trade, because those wings are right exactly on the 30 pips movement. Remember, I was telling you we're waiting for at least minimum 30 pips to take 10, so it's it could have been, like I'm saying, you can argue about this one. It was winning trade or not winning trade, possibly, but very small around this level. So that's why on this, that's why, for example, I didn't go for any trades with the dollar card, because it's like moving in this channel, and this week once again I would wait for see where it's going to consolidate better, to see on top of that level, or going back down maybe again once in here, and go around this area on these levels. And as you can see, obviously we do have accumulating some energy for possible movements. Either we can continue go up, and at the same time, of course, it can have enough energy to go down in any directions. But at this moment, like I'm saying, I don't see a good and strong areas for looking for pending orders, so we need to wait again. So that's you see, the previous week we had more a good entry points with some pairs, and this week is a bit more waiting time. Okay, see, look at the gold, and with gold extremely good movement we had here, which also I pointed out to you last week. Once again, remember I was telling you it was a little bit too close. I had another level here, and I was giving you some kind of overview of suggestions. Like I said to you, depends on how big your account is. It can't be applied for every single account. So you need to see use money management. That's what I was saying to you. For me, it was a little bit too early going for trade. I was waiting for a little bit longer, but I was offering you could have go and place your orders already in here, right? Buy and sell with the stop like 100 pips for gold. And here we are. You see, with the target around this area, you see how correct it was. 100, well, 99%, like I'm saying, because for me it would have been a bit longer, but pretty much go for early trade. That's your target area. You could have 100 pips movement at least. You see, if you go in here and here, at least 100 pips for the target area. So, and like I'm saying, you can have a look at previously all my videos. They are there. I'm not giving it to you in the history like some people were complaining. I'm like showing you, telling you about what happened in history. Now I was showing you everything, every single chart you saw before the market moved. I'm making the previous day. It's in the night for me, so it's after closing the American session, going into Australian Asian sessions, and before the market opens on European session, right? And so that's the pretty much where I would look for placing the orders before the EU opens, then London, and then American session. So if the movements haven't happened at opening of EU, London, we're going into American session. So I do not trade in Asian session because I can't watch it, and that's what I don't really like when the market moves without controlling it, because these days it's better to actually watch it, and some with rough slippages, and it's better to close some trades manually. Okay, so that's how I suggest to do it. So you see, I was looking at and giving you also screenshots on when it was around here, which I told you. Again, it was possible creation of a triangle and or double top, and you had all the levels where to place the trades. You could have taken it or leave it. It was up to you guys. So. And here now we are back pretty much in our triangle, right? Remember we had this triangle, so it had a jump out and then went down. So what is it now? It could possibly, of course, continue inside this triangle. So maybe it was not a good time for it yet to break it out. And of course, it can continue the way down now, or it could go back down, have a bit of testing this level, and then continue with the way up. So, but if we will look, of course, on a smaller chart, this is where we usually look for go into the trades and see if we are actually changing the direction. And of course it's stopping here using the Fibonacci levels. You see, I don't always place it, but of course I have it in mind, and I know where it stopped. It stopped at level 78, as you can see. So of course now I wait for some consolidation, so we can start have a consolidation here. We have a little bit of, again, some kind of triangle area, so maybe it will do consolidation around here, and more narrow for me is like I'm saying, and I like to see the placing orders, pending orders buy in here, and use that area for placing orders sell. We had a good drop, so of course it could be a bit of a correction, and of course if we will start it to go up, then as you can see, this is how we can look at it as changing the direction, right? So that's what you do. And looking on a bigger picture, of course, it would need a little bit correcting it to do it parallel as a trend possible, right? So we will see what is it going to do it this way, right? So if it will start to had a pull back and turn around. Of course, remember about the news. We do have those America-China trade. They call it trade war, right? With all the sanctions and tariffs, they're going to rise the tariffs. America, China wants to do it in return, and also they will have a meeting in in June sometime. So of course it's also in the air, it moves the market. Okay, so that's what you need also to follow, check it out. So that's what pretty much I'm looking for now. Like I'm saying once again, if it was last week, it was a good possible entry point. Right now we need a little bit of waiting to see where it's going to go. It might, like I'm saying, it might just continue the way down without giving me correction. Okay, maybe it doesn't want to do the correction and turning around. It might go inside this area, who knows, right? But this moment there is nothing. Okay, there is nothing I can see. So I mean, possibly if you got into here and just moving your stop, then okay, you are still inside the trade, and there is no entry point at that moment. I don't see it right now. I mean, also I could possibly try to draw something like this, but I don't want to do it because you saw I had Fibonacci levels, and it's about the same area, right? So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to place too many of these levels. I keep them in mind. I do them a bit more for you so you can see it, and to understand where it's actually coming from, because like I'm saying, on different brokers it will be a little bit different. So when you try to draw it, it might look very different to you. So, but that's where we're looking at. Okay, so that's the first area I would look at. So now we're going to euro pound and look at this beautiful entry I gave you, just like that. Okay, in the screenshots. So which I was telling you about in weeks before. So, and now we had a huge movement, and of course I would see it should be a correction, right? Anytime I would be waiting for some correction. But remember, right, we have pound and news Brexit, but technically it needs a correction. And of course here we have that level, and previously I had it before from using, you see all of this previous consolidation. So roughly I have the area, okay, not exactly the level, but the area. That's why once again we need to see where this movement is going to go. If it will go continue to this level and start the correction here, maybe it will do a little bit earlier. So that's the area I would look at first. I have a little bit of the new levels. As you can see here, I'm using these tops and this bottom, so we do have kind of a big a downtrend channel. We come out from this one, and it's that one big. And of course, if we have the big one, of course, using the levels, Fibonacci, once again, we can see right now we're at about 50 level, right? That's why I'm saying it's the area roughly the level, but about 50. So that's why consolidation could be around here, right? And of course, it might continue and get to level 61 or even level 78, because it's a big, by the look of it, downtrend channel. So, but it's like I'm saying, might not continue straight away. It might have a small correction first and then continue the way. Okay, so this is the new picture, a little bit of euro pound. I'm going to remove once again these levels because we don't need so many to see at this moment. It just needs a little bit of waiting time once again, and see where it's going to start to give us a bit of the signs of changing direction. At this moment, it's not giving anything. You see, it started to have very, very small consolidation, but nothing yet. Okay, so it might still continue a little bit, or it might start to do this, or maybe even have drop down a little bit, and maybe it will go something like this. So at this moment, it's just nothing for me. So, and now we're going to pound yen, which is also had a good movements downs, and also saw very good and great opportunities nearly pretty much every single day of trading this pair. So it was very, very good for trading it this week. So what we have now, so it's pretty much done exactly the same as pound dollar, just dropped. And on the bigger picture, you can see all these levels, and pretty much easy with the pair. You see that's the bottom, one of the bottoms I'm using. And okay, let's see once again the bigger picture, so you can see where it starts. You see this bottom, and this bottom and that bottom roughly, and that one, and you see it's going a little bit below, and it's exactly what is happening now. That's what I'm saying, it's pretty much the area, okay, of this level. So, and now just waiting for consolidation around this area. And obviously, once again, technically, and we also have a very quite a gap in here. So technically, well, it might take a while to come back and close it now, but we do really need a correction, okay? We do need, but at this moment, it's not giving us any signs of the correction, and it was just a really nice movement down with consolidations. As you can see, this is perfect when something like this happens on the market, where you see it's consolidation, down, consolidation, down, consolidation, went down, consolidation, and down again, you see. And we already had like a few times. That's why I'm saying that a possible maybe something else coming back, giving a little bit, looking like a head and shoulders upside down, and finally started to correct. Okay, but of course it might not have enough, and still continue have a bit of correction, a little bit going down up here, a bit consolidation once again, and then continue the way down. Yes, it could still do so. That's why I'm saying if a possible of trading the way I do it, it's doesn't really matter, right, which way it will go, as long as it will go. So like when I was giving you my screenshots, as usual, I was showing you a possible going up and down, and placing the pending orders buy and pending orders sell at the same time. So, and in any way you would have go in a winning trade. So like I'm saying, now we just wait what is it going to do now. And well, that's pretty much it, guys. My usual technical analysis based on my strategy, of course. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe for weekly videos, and like I said to you, you are welcome to join my membership for daily these types of technical analysis with possible entry points, the highlighted areas, like I usually do. Once again, have a look at the examples on my blog. That's what you will get, and also the signals from the other trader guys. So that's pretty much it. Also, we do have, as you know, Oleg. You can follow him to see his copy his trades. He is registered with MQL5, so where you can see his progress and what is he doing. Okay, that's all for now. Don't forget to like, and I see you later. Bye, everyone.